In the same way that you need to disinfect your hands in a hospital environment frequently to make sure that you're not becoming the cross-contamination vector, well, you also don't want that from your hands to the device, from the device back to your hands in another situation, then getting to a patient.
One of our questions comes from anonymous attendee that says, is there a government regulation for cleaning mobile devices? Now, Dr. Horn, I know that the CDC has come out with some standards that are 5 wipes to 1 high-level disinfection. And a high-level disinfection, based on the standards that NIST has been developing, we can now define as being achieved through UVC, the appropriate use of UVC. What more can you add to that? Are there other regulations specific to the use of UVC within the community?
Okay, with respect to UVC, it's a little more complicated, but related to the specific question regarding mobile devices and even what you've just cited, what matters when it comes to cleaning mobile devices in, say, a hospital environment, it really matters. What matters then is what is the mobile device being classified as? If it falls under the definition of what would be called a class 2 non-critical medical device, then the important thing is that those do need to be disinfected. And so to whatever means you use to do that requires you to kind of understand, okay, what is the appropriate manner to disinfect this device? What method will result in something that both disinfects it and doesn't hurt it? And so UVC happens to be a really great way to do that. Oftentimes, certain devices are being manufactured to this effect now, that in order to find new ways to disinfect these mobile devices so that they don't result in being a cross-contamination vector. That's why there is this big concern in the first place regarding mobile devices in the hospital environment, is that if they are, and why they're getting classified as class 2 medical devices in the first place, because they are not necessarily, say, contacting the affected areas of a patient where they might be contracting disease, but that because just in the same way that you need to disinfect your hands in a hospital environment frequently to make sure that you're not becoming the cross-contamination vector, well, you also don't want that from your hands to the device, from the device back to your hands in another situation, then getting to a patient. So that kind of cross-contamination vector is often where we kind of focus our efforts upon. It's why they get classified as medical devices in this way. They are close enough to the patient that they can have an effect, and it's why they need to be disinfected. So that's what I understand to be the kind of current state of things there as it pertains to disinfection of like a mobile device in a hospital environment.
Well, thank you for that thorough explanation.